humor, I feel it makes me learn better because it engages me. And for me, being engaged is really my key to learning, because if I'm not engaged, if I get bored, it's going to be really hard for me to just keep focused and actually do the work. That just throwing in a little side joke, just making funny comments, you know.
I think someone has an interest in everything, whether it be science, math. You just gotta find a way to use your imagination in everything. Like, there's imagination in everything. I feel math, science, like, just gotta find a way how you would use it. So
when I'm challenged like the perfect amount, I just wanna keep doing it. Like, I just wanna keep repeating the process so I don't forget. And I want to make it easy for myself. So I just want to keep working on it until I completely master it. Not so I could just like keep making goals. Like, I want to master it completely and make it something I'm great at.
And then there's another thing that I actually have people helping me on, which is beading. And I find it very fascinating because you can make like different patterns, and then if you want, you can turn it into a pin, which I'm doing right now. I have a project with like 2 of my other friends, where they bring in 3 of my other friends, where they bring in beads, and then we use them. And it was very hard for me at first, because I was like, I looked at it and I asked my friends, like, am I doing this right? Every time something like came out wrong, I was like, I'm doing this wrong, can somebody please help me? And then they'd always teach me, they're like, Garland, you have to put it under and then over. I was like, oh. And then they teach me how to do rows and different rows. And right now I can do it by myself, which I'm really proud about. Hey.
A very shy person. I was very secluded, and because I didn't like want people like judging me for my accent, or even though I don't look Brazilian, like I didn't want to. I just thought people wouldn't understand me. I couldn't have a conversation. But with time, it gets like boring. So, and also you gotta go and talk to people, and also you gotta be curious, because I was curious of learning new things, of learning how to speak certain things. So I would just ask, even though something was embarrassing, I would just ask how you pronounce something. If I was pronouncing it wrong, what could I do to improve it? Like, am I saying this right? Because if you just ignore what everyone says and keep doing it, and then you're just gonna be wrong for the rest of your life.
Going into high school, I know one of my struggles, doing all the talking that I was doing, you know, I struggled with admitting when I needed help. And I think, you know, as I went on, you know, with my freshman year and my sophomore year and now my junior year, you know, learning how to say, you know, listen, I need help with this, you know, can you help me with this specifically, you know, and, you know, that really helped me as a student.
When I do something, I kind of really lose track of time. When it's like either homework or making comics or playing video games, I kind of get really absorbed in it. Like, I can be really focused and efficient, but if I don't start up, I kind of get distracted, I guess. But when I start doing something, I really like do it really well. And that's just the way like I learn and do things.
You learn something and you don't just get an A out of it. Like, you learn it and then you go to the next course and you go to the next level of things, and you still know these things because you learn them, you remember them. Like you don't just know the fact, you just know why things are like that. Like, you don't just know a fact and that's all you know when you go to the next level. You know why that fact is true or how it became, and then when you're at the next level, you're just ready. Like, you sit there and you absorb it and you figure out why things work. So when you're at the next level, there's no problem. Like, you just know.